See if you've been paying attention. Why is Ollie dressed like a deck chair? Something about the angle as well just makes you look particularly.
It's kinetic. Okay. It's in with the theme.
Yeah. Well,
That's just. I mean, I'm questioning my life choices now, and
No.
You've never been more desirable.
well, that's arguably true.
Do you remember? Do you remember from the Super Mario Brothers movie with like the live action one, and the Koopas were like absolutely like square, massive shoulders,
little tiny heads. Super. So, shall we give the recap a go? Because it was a strange one last week.
What do you mean? You obviously had that expected.
Yeah, I just flicked to that page in my book of notes. So, oh yes, I've been waiting to pull this one out. No.
Yeah.
We rallied and we went to meet the Sphinx after various. We
offered the Red Caps a job.
Yeah, negotiation. That was it. We offered them a job in the bar as like muscle, and their payment was basically anything that fell on the floor that wasn't retrieved by anyone else. Basically, kind of like a lost and found scenario. But it was purely within the realms of the bar, not the rest of the ship. I believe that was it.
And also, if we go to the Temple of Lost Things, we've got to take them with us.
They seem very interested in that, yeah. They are waiting at the mouth of the cave entrance, I believe, for us. But they wouldn't help with the old man or the Sphinx. They were quite adamant on that. So yeah, we rallied and went and met with the Sphinx, who asked us to come a bit closer and drink from his waters. I think Alonso drank. I think Alonso was the only one who drank.
Jim was.
Jim was the only one who drank. And he wanted to test us in some way, but we could choose how to whether it was a test of skill, wit, combat. Combat seems pretty inevitable based on how the conversation was going. But Jim decided he thought he could go for a bit of a cook-off. And the Sphinx was like, all right then. But there were certain kind of rules, dare I say, around cooking, but then being distracted and then holding off these greasy little goblin-y, what were they called?
Boggles.
Boggles, that's it. They see these. So the cook-off began, and all these little boggles started sprouting out of mushrooms, and one of the boggles was used to kind of squelch and grind up into a meal for the Sphinx to start cooking. So the boggles kind of set upon the remaining crew who were not cooking. Jim was furiously cooking frog's legs, I believe. So this intense cook-off was happening while these boggles were scurrying around and attacking the crew, coming out of all sorts of crevices. But they were fairly easily dispatched through a combination of Aether's magic and the necro hulking smashing from Mandy. Alonso was helping Jim out / trying to distract the Sphinx as well, and used his card ability. I'm not totally sure what it was. Basically, it summoned these kind of two ethereal like mages. Were they real? Were they not real? Which distracted the Sphinx enough to kind of put him off his game a little bit. The Sphinx then decided to actually attack Aether, almost killing him, but managed to bit of sneaky shield and then cloud stepping, get away a bit. And with that, I believe Alonso hurled one of the beads from the necklace to cast Fireball on the meal that the Sphinx was preparing, burning it to a cinder, burning that whole area to a cinder, which then the Sphinx very kindly reminded everyone that this test would be complete when one of you said they were done, to which Jim then said he was done. And that was it. Alonso was nominated to decide which tastes better, the frog's legs / seasoned salt bay from Jim, or the charred remains of the greasy boggle. No, not boggle. It's a boglet.
Boggle.
Blogger. And I believe there was a condition where Alonso could not lie even if he wanted to, because there was
zone of truth.
Zone of truth, but it was pretty. Jim was the undisputed champion because eating basically charred ash. But the Sphinx was humble and congratulated us on our various valors and kind of gave us each a little kind of pat on the back on our various qualities, the extent we go to, and he granted us what we wanted, which was to give Ka'ath a true name, which was I have the Abomination Ka'ath, Last of the Lords. Am I right?
Indeed.
And do you want me to say what Harpoon Jax did? Or do you want to have a guess?
So came in with the rest of you.
Yes.
Yeah. He'd be doing in this room. No, I don't know.
He
behind this thing, trying to steal something.
there was a little bit of harpooning. There was there was a lot of kind of hiding. He sent the Puritan on against some of the mobs as well, and tried to. I think he tried to harpoon the Sphinx at one point, but there was a lot of kind of hiding behind the column, being back out.
Well, his first attempt to attack the Sphinx, he just completely whiffed.
Yeah.
I believe he fell over here with the boggles put down
Slipped on the oil, yeah.
on some greasy gunk. And then second time attacking the Sphinx, he landed a hit and pulled it. But I believe when entering the room, there was discussion on his fondness for the crystals.
Yes, about which the crystals which we spent time grounding, which we never did anything with in the end.
Yeah.
About the potential of it, I think it's either we'd be like taking a bump of it in the corner or going back to Bumblefoot and smoking a fat one.
I think going back to what a couple of weeks ago when it turned out the crystals gave you some kind of affinity. I think you would, if you had a little pouch of the dust, you'd just occasionally a little taste just to see if it tastes any better.
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, the whole crystal boggle stuff, that would have become a lot more important if you were fighting against the Sphinx, which was powerful enough to nearly kill Aether in one turn. But because you convinced it to concentrate on cooking, that did shift the dynamic of the fight somewhat and slightly undermine how that was set up, but in a very clever way. So hats off to you all. for making me pull a cook off at my butt.
Next enemy we fight will be a giant chef.
Yeah.
That's the
we then,
rest of the frog looking for revenge for cooking its legs.
well, just like Terminator style, crawling itself, like pulling along.
Imagine it in a wheelchair.
I've got a deck of illusions on my screen. Should I be doing something?
That's mine.
Oh.
I'm assuming everyone can just see it.
Aside from the RP thing, which I think you want to do, Matty, on the boat, we basically went back to meet Quillwake and were met with a rather ransacked. No Quillwake. There might have been blood as well. I can't remember. But basically, I don't know if you can see the image. If it's in the journal.
Oh, I've got it on the WhatsApp. You see?
Oh, okay. So basically, his tent is just like just in disarray, and yeah, we'll be seeing you.
We were also told that our time spent in the cave seems to be longer than what we actually experienced.
Indeed.
There's
So
like a bit of time displacement.
yeah.
going
So
on.
back on the ship, it seems like from your point of view, you've been there. You've been out in these caves for quite a short amount of time. Turns out, from the point of view of the people on the ship, it's been a good few weeks that you've been down here. But that has meant that your bar has become quite popular, and now has quite a lot of passing trade, with little boats coming by, people coming aboard, some people kind of portaling onto your ship, and all manner of strangers enjoying a nice drink at the high spirits.
Probably good we got some bouncers then, because
His iron boots come in handy.
Yeah.
You had a deal with the Red Caps for them working. Their wage for working with you would essentially be that they would be able to claim as loot anything dropped by any patron of the bar that hadn't been noticed that it had been dropped.
Yeah, I think my words were that they neglected to notice that they dropped it.
Yes.
So therefore, it's not a case of, I just dropped that. Oh, it's gone.
It's like lost property.
More of a, did I drop that here, or was it outside? I don't know.
They're not sliding stuff off the bar themselves to be like, oh, it's on the floor now.
And Matty, you should be able to your deck. I've rejigged the deck of illusions, so it should draw properly now, and also there's tokens for all of your illusions.
Did somebody just click it? Because the card's just been drawn.
Someone has just flipped a card.
You might need to if you can reset it, because once you click a card, it's then removed from the deck.
Do recall, shuffle, hide. There we go.
Because when I was playing around with the regular deck last week, I was trying to find the card that I pulled, and then realised going through them all just deletes them all out of the deck.
So you've been you've completed task number 1 of your 3 tasks that you were given, and you arrive back at the All Trades. You realise quite quickly that a good amount of time has passed, and you start making your way back to the Driftwood Court.
So it was a few days travel, right, to get back?
I think it was 2 days, because there's plenty of time to have a long rest.
So I'd probably say after we've rested, Alonso would head up to Jim, maybe on deck, looking over the ocean, and be like, "Hey, Jim, just wanted to, just show my gratitude for what happened down there. Wasn't for you, sorry. Probably wouldn't be standing here. You saved my life, and I think you saved all of us with the cooking. It was a bit strange, but it was unexpected, and you just proved to us that, well, how good of a friend you are. So,
I think Jim would say, what Jim say? Jim wouldn't have thought he really did much, especially as it was a cook-off. So it was in the spirit of being of good food. Jim would probably be going like, "Oi, laddies, nothing at all. I I'm just happy that you can make some good food, avoid unnecessary violence, and I mean, I'm sorry you had to eat some bad food. Or I'm dreadfully sorry you had to eat some bad food, but I'm happy we've got that all sorted now."
well, the main thing is when you, in our first encounter in the cave, when you teleported me away from danger when I was in rough waters. But anyway, I feel like I owe the crew, mainly you, an apology, as I've not been truthful about my own humble beginnings. We're not so humble as you. As you may find it really hard to tell, I am not actually the son of a farmer from a humble farm. I cannot say where my true origins lie, but I can at least tell you why I'm here.
Jim would be.
Okay. Go.
Jim would say, I mean, many of the crew are from all over with different backstory, and not always a good one, not always a good person. But when they're a member of the crew, they're a member of the crew. You're a member of the crew, so we've got your back, like you've got our back. But I'm more than happy to always be lending an ear and cooking some food to anyone that needs it.
That's good to know, Jim. But I must tell you that the reason why I joined the crew was I'd heard stories of, well, of who your enemies are. Mainly the Moloch Consortium. And they've taken something, well, they've either taken or know who has taken someone important to me. And I joined the crew to try and help find them, but I think I can't do this alone anymore. And
You're never alone when you're on the crew of the old trades.
at least these past few days, I felt a real kinship with mainly yourself, but the rest of the crew. And I just felt it right to at least let you know my true goals. As he just looks into the deep blue, and I guess it's not just blue, the ocean here. There's all funny colours as on the map.
Yeah, it looks sort of magical, and like there's a lot of extra stuff going on.
Jim would put his hand on his shoulder and he'd say, I'm glad you felt you could talk to me, and I'm always here if you need to. But if you've got a problem, we got a problem. Now, if you speak to Jack, tell him we need to solve your problem, I'm sure Jack will have a way to fix it. There's always a way. There's always in all trades.
Well, I thank you for at least listening, and I'm sure we'll run into more.
Who may I ask is missing?
He takes a second to think as he's deciding if he should say, but then he kind of looks as if he's resolved himself. He's decided he's found people to trust, and he should let them know. It's my wife. She went missing a few months ago, and I've been searching, and all roads seem to lead to the Murloc Consortium. The Morlock, not Murloc. They've been enemies of the family for decades, and it all seems to lead back to them. So they either did it, or they know who did.
Well, side to the conversation outside of which is the Morlock Consortium?
The ones that were attacking us as we were like trying to go around everywhere.
Yeah.
We've I believe Edge set the boat on fire, and since then they've been chasing us around, blocking our passage. I believe they were the ones. No, that was Valerid, wasn't it? That wasn't Morlock. But yeah, they were one of the potential allies at the beginning of the game that we did not go with, as we went with the sisters. It was the Morlock, the sisters, the Blue Tongues, and the Free Companies. And yeah, they're the kind of like merchants, but on the shady side, whereas the Free Companies were more legitimized.
So the Morlock, they was Jesus, what's his name? Big Bad. Now dead.
Casa.
Casa.
Yeah. Was Casa part of them?
No.
But had he hired them?
I don't think we'd know.
They were like.
I think they were just pissed because we chose the others.
There was word got out that you were after a very large treasure, and lots of people wanted that treasure. Carsa wanted Carsa wanted the book, but everyone knew that you were looking for the map pieces, and the Morlock Consortium are very good at information broking and bribery and corruption and finding things out and twisting people that way and building up a network, whereas the free companies were much more about genuine trade, and they get their own way by just having a load of stuff to trade.
Yeah, in my head, the Morlock Consortium were more like black market sort of guys.
Mm.
You know, the stuff they were into were all shady.
Did we kill? Have we met or killed any of the IOPS?
Yes, you have killed. You killed you killed an emissary of the Morlock Consortium. You came in a little boat.
Yeah, Tom
Jim's
threw
there.
balls at him.
So, what Jim will do at that point, he'll go, well, you see, we've been practicing some of my newfound talents, and you see, maybe, and he'll just put his hand up, and water will come out, and as he goes down, he will start to look like the emissary of the Morlock Consortium as he casts Disguise Self. And he will say, maybe, maybe this could be to our advantage. And then it'll splash and Jim will be back. Jim has Disguise Self at will.
Okay. Is that a warlock thing?
Yeah.
Nice. Well, I guess next time if we come across them, we have a plan to maybe get some information. But now, anyway, enough of the depressing and the plans for the future. How about we do a performance for the crew? Get a little morale going up here. As a fellow bard, it is only right.
I couldn't agree more. And for that, Jim would go and get his dulcimer out and set it up. And I don't know if anyone has seen those videos I was posting on Insta, but they were badass.
Yeah, this Thunderstruck starts coming through, being played on with the little hammers on little strings, and it makes everyone happy. And this is one of the points where you realise that the way is there's a lot of voices coming from your quite popular bar, the High Spirits. Is what's everyone else up to?
I mean, Aether will be in the bar having a drink. He will kind of go up to Edge if he's also in the bar and be like, pretty sure Alonso has a different accent. When we first met him.
Alonso's voice actor is not very good at accents. When he does accents, they all sound the same and they all get muddled up.
I think it must be something to do with being in the Fey world. Obviously, it's affected his tone.
His canon accent should be kind of like a bit of a Spanish accent, but I'm not good at accents, so it doesn't come across.
Aether will be having a conversation with is it Jax? No, Vaz, the head, one of the heads on top of the bar, just kind of catching him up on what we've been up to and having a drink.
I imagine Edge and Aether would walk in and be like, "Wait a minute, this is pretty cool," but want to be like, yeah, but this is our bar, right? So sort of muscling their way slightly to the front of the thing and be like,
"Where's our
usual
stool?" Yeah.
Like, there should be a table that's reserved for us.
Well, howdy there, fellas. It's been a little while since I've seen you folks. You went off somewhere. I don't know where. I was pointing in the other direction, and I do not have legs. So, good to see you. Business is booming. These fellas, they run a pretty tight ship. If you'll forgive the expression. They do not fuck about when it comes to bars. This is good.
What sort of drinks have they got? In fact, where are they getting the supplies from?
Yeah, where's is it like a fairy tap room?
Well, I mean,
microbrewery?
I've not been privy to the ins and outs. I mean, there's no one here to really keep lock and key over the stores of the various ingredients and things. I mean, we're not running out of anything, but they've been making all manner of things. Squeezing stuff, mixing stuff. They make some pretty good exotic drinks.
At this point, Edge would look really panicked and get close to Baz, like, they've not been taking Jim's things, have they?
Well, I mean, I think they've mostly been just taking whatever's closest to hand. You'll have to ask them what the secret ingredient is, but everyone here seems to love it.
Hang on, Jax, didn't you go to a distillery when we were with those vampires?
Yeah, different kind.
Oh, okay.
Not be drinking that.
But yeah,
Can we order two of whatever the mystery drink is?
you just, watch this. I've been practicing. This is not easy for a skull. And he gives a whistle through gaps in his teeth. And over floats the very friendly barkeep, who you will remember as Bronson Thompson Johnson. Who's, I have to remember what accent he had, because I don't remember. But I imagine it would be, "Jar, good to be seeing you. What can I get you fellas? As you can see, business is booming. You'll be wanting a house special, no doubt."
I think two of the house specials in a shot or a pint or a.
We use bottles here. And he slides 2 green bottles over to you.
Where are they getting the bottles from?
Well, we've
Okay.
Aether will inspect the cleanliness of the bottle, and then after Edge is down, he will follow suit and down it.
It tastes like very, very watered down ale, but with like a bit of sugar sprinkled in. This lot here, they fucking love it. They go crazy for it. We've been getting travellers from far and wide here. We even got a few people over there, right even from the Feywild.
Aether will give Thompson Johnson a small little bag and slide it across the counter containing the crystal powder. Like, here's some special ingredients that we acquired. Maybe you could make use of it.
Yar, that'd be a fight. You got a good head for business. I will add this into the recipe.
I've just had a Viennese finger. And that's not a euphemism.
Well, given that the
It is.
recording does not capture the video, it's good that you caveated that.
Does this stuff taste normal? I mean, not great.
It does. It doesn't taste great, but you get the impression that it's kind of just a very popular place for people to hang out.
Okay, so people are there drinking in spite of it, not
Yeah.
necessarily. Okay. And there's normal people from the normal world as well as Fey people. Can we tell the difference between Fey people and normal people?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, how are the normal people getting here? Hey,
Yeah, they just seem to show up. Some of them pull up in little boats. You got your hobgoblins and your satyrs. They have their own boats, but sometimes they just appear. They just pop out of thin air. But a couple of folk who look like you lot, they just pulled up in their little boats and just want somewhere quiet, have a drink where no one asks them questions. I find that's the best way to run a bar. You don't ask questions. You don't listen in too closely, just closely enough. You give people a safe space for them to talk and conduct their business.
Aether will get very serious for a moment and kind of quickly leap up, like across, pull himself across the bar, get like nose to nose with him. Like, have there been any nail box?
Let me tell you this. The second a Nilbog comes into this bar, I would take him, and I would cut off his feet, and I'd squeeze every drop of Nilbog out to make it the most fabulous cocktail you've ever heard of.
Wonderful.
Imagine he
It's
just points to
extremely
the side
pleased with
behind
that.
the bar. No Nilbogs allowed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because let me tell you something. I hate Nilbogs. I hate them.
Aether will gesture at two more drinks. And then we'll cheers to the hating of the nil box.
And, you know, it's not prejudice, because they're evil. So that makes it okay.
Absolutely.
So we're just docked in this regular boat on shiny water outside the thing where we met
Mhm.
the lake. We've been in and seen that's happened. We've come back on the ship.
You haven't been to see Quillwake yet. This is on your way.
Ah, okay. So hang on to that sign in the thing we haven't seen yet.
You don't know that yet because I
fine, okay.
jumped the gun slightly for the purposes of suspense.
Traditionally, how suspense works. Never mind. I'll tell you about storytelling. Okay. So Edge is concerned about how these people are just getting here, but kind of like, what are the bits like?
What are the what like?
The profits. How much are we making?
Oh. 15. 15.
Okay. Good work, Bronson. Keep at it. Let us know if you need anything, and obviously if you hear anything.
Well, quite a bit. Some interesting characters about.
Who's the third most interesting character that's been in here?
And he gestures over. He nods over to some two guys who look definitely like they are not Fey or from the Feywild. They are dressed in kind of normal sailors' clothing, and they look very much human, and they are sitting by themselves, away from others. Well, I mean, if we discount fancy horns, and if we discount like really, really tasty looking horse's legs on a person, the third would probably be them lot. In that they seem interesting because they don't look like they belong here. Look like they have come here because they don't want to be found. And he'll point you towards where they are. They've not been causing any trouble. They've just been sipping their drinks and in conversation. I'd be happy to make an introduction if you'd like. Of course, it's your ship. You can just go over and talk to them if you want.
Edge would say no need, and grab the 2 extra drinks that Nathan just ordered. I think they need a top up, and I'll go over and put the drinks down next to them. Gentlemen, welcome to the High Spirits.
Pleased to meet you.
What brings a pair of fine, upstanding men of the sea to a tavern such as this?
It's just you. It's little refuge, little taste of home. You know. It's weird out here, and it's. We heard about this place, and we thought, yeah, that'll do. Get us away from. Get us somewhere relaxing to sit. Isn't that right? That is right. Yeah.
Yeah, you want to get away from yeah.
Is everyone keeping an eye on this at this point, or is it purely Edge who is?
I mean, Aether would have gone over wondering why the hell he took his drinks. Aether will be there. He won't interfere in the unless the conversation invites it. So.
Look. The thing is, I mean, there's all sorts of people out there, right? You wouldn't want those sorts of people getting in here.
Oh, there's all sorts of people everywhere that you don't want certain places. I don't quite follow you, mate.
Well, people such as people. Sometimes people can help people. Your people. I'm people.
You're suggesting that we need your help or you need our help. I'm very confused.
No, just you're sitting in a bar one day. You never know. You walk around and suddenly that's how friends are made, right? I mean, not just friends. Sometimes enemies.
We're not come here looking for enemies, sir. We've just come to, get away from prying eyes for a bit.
Well,
we're not causing any trouble.
Of course, and who wouldn't want a place to stay away from prying eyes? Look, I mean, there's more subtle places than this. If you needed it.
You can see them both give each other a look. What is it that you're offering?
Well, you look like gentlemen who've got a need, and where there's a need, there's always a deal. Maybe you know someone. Maybe we need to meet someone, and obviously in return, no names ever get mentioned, and maybe you're downstairs hiding in a barrel, and whoever it is doesn't even know you're here.
Give me a perception check.
Edge was going to start trying to sell crystal powder or something. That's where that was going.
So what you notice as they're talking is that they're being very guarded, and they're sitting with their arms crossed, covering themselves up. But with a 10, you don't spot anything more than that. But they seem quite nervous and on edge.
Do they seem to be guarding something? Their appearance?
With a 10, you can't quite tell. They just seem very kind of closed off. So you can't tell if they are kind of trying to block your view of anything physically, or if they are just very nervous in themselves, and so kind of being very, very defensive in a body language point of view. But yeah, they're just kind of both sitting quite hunched up.
Telling me that when some random guy comes up to you at the bar, doesn't even introduce himself and starts asking questions, they're not nervous. They're going to be nervous about it. They're unsure.
They got a free drink, Kevin. What do they want? Okay, fine. So I just sense this subtle. Anyway, you know where to find me if you need it. Hey, listen, have you seen this before? And he whip out a little bag of the crystals. I'll pour a bit on his hand, and sort of not be quite sure if he's going to eat it, lick it, snort it, and eventually just sort of like, you should try some.
They repel back from you. No, we don't like that. We don't like that phase stuff. It's not normal. It's not what we're used to. They're trying to speak in hushed tones, so as not to offend everyone else around them. But we're not from here. We don't like all of that stuff, and that's stuff that we don't like that stuff.
I you wouldn't want to be any more like her than you had to be, right? Right? Can I try?
We're not like all the rest of them that just fell in line and did as they were told.
No.
We just want to escape from all of that.
Yeah, no, of course, it's safe here, Put the crystals away. It's totally safe here. Can I pat one of them sort of on the shoulder in a kind of reassuring fashion and see if I can pick a pocket?
Oh. Give me a sleight of hand. Is Aether doing anything to help distract this?
I just imagine Aether's kind of sitting in the corner eating some popcorn, enjoying the show.
No. Aether would be like kind of sat. He would have kind of pulled up a barrel or somewhere to sit with the others in his, just not so subtle Goliath form. And yeah, he would be kind of with his staff and a drink, it's just kind of drinking away. He will kind of get a sense of what Edge is about to do, and then minor illusion, like 5 more bottles in front of him on the table.
Okay, so with that, I'll let you have advantage on the sleight of hand. And 16 beats a 16. So you managed to pull from this guy's pocket a chunky piece of parchment. It feels important, but as you pocket it yourself and you have a brief look under the table, the thing that stands out for you is that it has a large crest on it that you would recognize as being the sigil of the Warlock Consortium.
Edge wasn't part of the conversation, presumably between Alonso and Jim.
Nope. It was only us, and he has not confided in the rest of the crew yet. But it's up to Jim whether he passes on what he has been told.
I think there wouldn't have been time potentially. If Aether and Edge were just
Not currently, no. I assume it's happening at the same time.
Do these folks look like they're dressed as people from the consortium would be dressed?
They look like no, actually, they look like the people in the consortium tended to have rugged but fancy big overcoats on, sort of look a little bit sort of steampunky but toned down a bit. These people, it looks like they have stripped all of that away and they are just wearing like their undershirts and a simple waistcoat, as though they've gotten rid of everything else.
Okay. Hey, Edge, shimmy back round. I haven't even introduced myself. The name's Edge. They call me Edge on account of this one time in Cora when I was dancing along the edge of a boat, a ship, one of the ships of the Morlack Consortium. Just as I was about to leap off, I flicked the smallest light, set off a gade of oil explosions. Well, you can't hang around when that sort of thing happens. And then, as he's saying that, he would be watching both of their eyes.
They give me an insight check.
I see nothing.
They both give each other a look. You notice they give each other a look, but you're not as clued into the rest of their body language and the way that they're kind of bristling. So you don't get anything immediately obvious to kind of what might be driving their reactions, but one of them says, "Yeah, fuck them, burned a lot of them," and the other one says, "I think possibly we may have outstayed our welcome. I think we'd better go somewhere. I don't know, but probably time we moved on."
Well, listen, chaps, don't be leaving on account of me. There's 2 more drinks heading your way. I mean, on top of the sort of just wave the minor illusion out of the way. On top of the ones we brought over earlier on. Don't get up.
Oh shit! Are you? Oh fuck! Oh, are we? Are we prisoners now? You fucking cat! They've fucking caught us. They've fuck. They're not going to let us leave. We just wanted to get away. We didn't. We don't want anything to do with them. We just want to escape. Just don't take us back to her. Don't take us back. No, just let us go. We won't say anything. We haven't seen you. Yep, just let us go, please. Just let us leave.
Gentlemen, you got me wrong. We're no friends of the consortium. We're pirates. Good, honest pirates. And a couple of chaps like you, you've nothing to fear here. You can go anytime you want to, but you might find you're a little bit safer amongst the crew of the oil trades.
No one's safe from Hecate. Not really. Or that new one.
Yeah.
Bewitched the consortium they have. Turned it into their own little private army. Just it's what the Feywild gets into you. Let's them be enslaved, entranced. They're obsessed. We won't say anything. We just don't take us back there. Just don't tell anyone that you've seen us, please. They seem incredibly panicked at this point, even without an insight check. Like, you've got them really quite rattled, and they are incredibly nervous about being discovered.
Listen. I'm obviously drawing a bit too much attention, and I'm sorry for that. And my friend and I will be on our way. We've got plenty more patrons to introduce ourselves to. Just one more question. Who's the other one? It's the last question you have to answer. And obviously you don't have to answer.
A sea elf. The meanest, nastiest sea elf you've ever come across. I don't know what he's after, but, well, I do know what he's after, but him and Hecate together got their own little enthralled gang of thugs, and they're just, I don't know, it's not the consortium I knew, and I don't want anything to do with it. I don't want anything to do with them. And they need it. Both the two of them. They need a knife to the gullet. But folk like that, full of the weird, I don't think that'd be enough.
I know I said only one more question, but if I say a name, you'll just let me know if that's the name. It's not Valen, is it?
They tense up, and one of them spits on the floor.
Gentlemen,
Tell you what,
thank you for your time. The hospitality of this bar is yours, and the safety and protection of it too. Stay as long as you need.
Tell you what, and they kind of one of them half talking to the other, half talking out to the world. If I had enough gold, if I knew how to get hold of the Sister of the Sword, I'd I'd put everything I had into a contract against them. Horrible fuckers.
Sorry, he wants to buy the contract with the Sisters of the Sword or against the Sisters of the Sword.
He's suggesting that if he had enough money, he would hire the Sisters of the Sword to assassinate Hecate and this sea elf. He really, really hates them both.
Sisters of the Sword, eh? That's a fine establishment. What a group of ladies.
Oh yeah, you don't.
For the most part.
You don't piss around with them. I mean, you hear tales, don't you? Apparently, they're led by someone who can melt swords just by looking at them. Can melt armor just by looking at them. They're fucking impressive.
Edge would be starting to preen a little bit at this point. And just absent-mindedly as they're talking, would in an entirely non-threatening way, just take out the Sister's Fang, and place it back at his side. Yeah, they are. They're pretty impressive, aren't they?
Yeah. I mean, they're damn sight more sophisticated than the Blue Tongues. But I tell you what, I'd pay anyone to go and slot them. Hecate and that sea elf. I want to get as far away from them as I can. And they kind of try and hunker down a bit more, but they take up your offer of the drinks and keep on drinking.
The drink. Are you coming over? See, Sisters of the Sword. They're legendary in all planes of reality. As walking away, saying, we're legendary. Just about loud enough for them to hear, but not so much that he's actually saying it. Oh, and would return roughly in the direction of Bronson, Thompson, Johnson, and say, "We got you. We got you some new bouncers, by the way. Chaps over there, red hats, big boots.
They look amazing. Yeah, look at their boots. Their little hats.
You don't want to be on the wrong side of those. I mean,
I know.
I strongly suggest.
I know. Look at those boots.
Listen, the two chaps we were just talking to, if they need it, they've got the full protection of the ship. Okay.
Yeah, interesting. I mean, do you want us to just keep them safe, or do you want us to? Are you interested? Because the lads, they can still get inside people's heads and have a little root around, if you know what I mean. And he's pointing towards the ghosts that were previously in your head. It's going, hello. Tad invasive, but really, really fun. Of course, it does leave you a bit messed up when you know that you've had a ghost in your brain.
Yeah, let's not do that now. If it looks like they've had a few too many though, and you wanted to just explained away the next day, bit of a hangover, whatever. If you wanted to have a medal, then that's fine. But don't just leave them be. They've got a lot on their minds.
A lot on their minds. You leave it to me.
No.
I understand you. Fine. Get them pissed, and then make sure they have a lot on their minds, and then they have a clear head the next day. I've got it. You leave that to me.
That's not that. Well, yeah, actually, yes, that's exactly what I mean. Good on you. As opposed to Steve.
He's giddy about this. Are you sharing any of what you've discovered with your companions, or are you keeping this to yourself for now?
I'd like to think maybe there's like a crew only area in the bar,
VIP section.
like a little like a little alcove we can kind of catch up in.
So, if I zoom out.
Rick's modelled crew-only section of the bar.
So the bar section is essentially on the left-hand side, all of the front of the ship. There's definitely a word for it, but the front of the ship here. This is the bar area. I haven't got
actually a bar.
Tokens for the
Is it
patrons there.
exposed?
Pardon?
Are we on deck?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're on deck.
This is where I was told that the bar was being set up. It's near the
ship,
near the precarious hole that was burnt in the deck, but people seem to be navigating around that well. A ghost is floating over it. But yeah, all of this section is open air bar. So the rest of the ship, like the crew's quarters and things like that, are very much still off. They're off limits to patrons, so you can definitely go to crew only sections.
Okay.
I like how they have a good view of our mages and cages.
Oh yes.
Fine in the Fey world. So what we could do though, is use that hole, right? And we could take a bit on this side, this lower deck, and cut this bit in two, and have the crew work a kind of like a spiral staircase type thing down into a little VIP only section at the front. Out of the way of prying eyes.
Yep.
You could call it the lock.
Can the pin? Nice. Can Nathan make a quick suggestion to the barkeeper? As we've kind of got the front of the ship there, I imagine is it quite like a ornate, long, kind of not necessarily like a plank, but like a kind of something you could potentially clamber out onto. Suggest that
The figurehead.
The figurehead, exactly.
I'm king of the world, sort of.
Well,
we could offer like little tours where people could do that.
Well, no, I was about to say stick a bell on the end of the figurehead, and whoever can climb out to the end of it and ring it without falling in.
It's not that kind of bar.
I like you.
Club 18 to 30.
And then we'll go with it.
We haven't fitted the kitchen yet, but that front inside section seems like it would be a natural kitchen.
Ooh, yeah, you can like
And
send
then-
food up through the hole.
Okay,
Yeah.
so could we have like a sort of chef's table kind of thing, where we all go a little bit backstage, back of house? Drinks can easily be sent down.
Yeah.
We've got somewhere where we can have a chat, and Jim sort of serves up fine delectables as we're sat debating.
Like a poker table.
Yeah, you can.
And we were actually, are there only 2 stories on this ship? I don't know what the levels.
So below the level that you see to the right is basically all kind of crew quarters.
Okay. Fine. Okay, so we're going to need to think about where we would put something like gambling, and where we might put like cigar rolling.
I mean,
Yep. Okay.
A humidor.
Yeah. Oh, I was thinking the preparation and storage. Yeah, you're right. And we're realistically, I mean, for next time he speaks to him, obviously not with the rest of the crew around, Edge is going to want to talk to Jim about the situation with the booze, and we're probably going to need to set up some sort of distillery. We can't keep feeding people that. Obviously not the primary mission.
Okay, I'm glad that that's clear.
To have a 10 PM plus.
Can't what?
Important to have a secondary enterprise.
Someone's got to pay for the sales. Diversification, presumably. What's the taxation policy in the Fae?
We can get onto that, but we will get onto that via WhatsApp.
Okay, cool.
Right, we
And we have made 15 so far.
Assuming we
We haven't even got to the thing that's already
we've
been
got a
revealed.
portal to the Fey world, right? We've got a portal to anywhere. If we could set one up on each side, we could have a ship in the Fey and a ship in the real world. A step between the two.
We could sort of, like importing fine wines, we could bring in Fae beer from
Yeah.
Sol
Now,
Arbitrage.
we need to go find a really powerful wizard.
And likewise the other way.
They can set up a door on the ship that will just magically teleport around the place, around the world, that people can just randomly stumble upon and they'll find our bar.
Oh, like when you go to London and there's like the sort of speakeasy type things.
as Alonso says, really powerful.
No,
wizard.
no.
Aether will be a bit like,
I mean, this as much as this does feel like something of a distraction from the main quest, if the objective is to get different, more specific clientele on your ship for information or for networking or anything like that, good way to go about doing it.
I was thinking about that. Like, we don't need to go and find a tavern to find information. We've got one.
Exactly.
And if we wanted wine and dine guests, press people with our soft power. And we're going to have to kill Baylor in.
So we've got the whole of the top deck. We don't have guns up there, barring the back of the deck. So we could technically spread the bar out across the whole of the.
Yeah, and the mages
Top
and
deck.
cages are hovering, aren't they? So they're not.
They
on
can
the
dance.
Hmm.
No, we need to have an extra cage. No, we need an extra cage, and it's like if you're bad, you go in the cage.
I was thinking like a sort of after hours thing.
Right? Or you're not paid up, go in the cage.
Okay, as you're discussing this, you look up and you sort of are reminded of these catatonic, enslaved wizards who are just continuously keeping this giant balloon aloft with two of the cages with dead wizards inside them. So yeah, you could have two spare cages, but then you think, oh yeah, this isn't great morally, is it? But you do like having your flying ships. So.
But we are pirates.
Hey Bronson, we need to refill two of the cages as well.
Just theoretically, if someone was to say Ray is dead, on the dead mages and cages, would they be wizard made undead wizards and be able to continue?
Yeah, you have a time limit for Ray's dead. You do have things that can allow you to speak to dead. If you want to use them on the catatonic mages, then that is entirely
No,
your
because
choice.
they are catatonic. We don't know their soul was no, too risky. Need to
Yeah,
save
well,
them.
we know they're artificial people.
Um,
They're actually real people.
True. That's what we'll keep telling ourselves.
Yeah.
They're just AI.
They're not real. They're just magic construction that keep the ship afloat.
It does make me think we need an artificer to design a more permanent solution.
In the meantime, I can put a few sheets over them if you like. Be a little less unsightly.
maybe just a canopy over the bar area generally, just to kind of,
Or you could point out that you don't pay up, that's what happens to you.
All good ideas. I shall put them in the ideas box.
Right, we having powwow.
You have
Yes.
an area to yourselves?
Jim would actually message Alonso and say, "Wait, Dan, do you want me to? Do you want to share what you told me? Do you want me to talk it through? Maybe introduce the subject."
I think Alonso would respond saying, best let them at least know some of it, but I'm not ready to let everyone know who it is I'm looking for, as it's a delicate.
Oh, yeah, wait, fair cop. So Jim would say, right, so just so we're all clear, we've got Alonso as somewhat of a mission of priority, and it's partly a beef with the Murdoch Consortium, and
The what?
he
Hang on a minute.
needs to find someone in the Murdoch Consortium.
The
Morlocks.
Morlock. Yes.
Morlack. Yes.
You're not going to believe this. We were just downstairs, and we got chatting to a couple of our patrons. And well, look, the Morlocks, they've got some new bosses.
Oh, that's very convenient.
Okay.
Well, let's just say they might be selling some tea soon. Hecate's back, and she's got a friend.
Where's Roger right now?
I feel like at this point Roger would be sitting with you, just kind of going, "Fuck Hecate, I'm fine. I got my mushroom pal. He said
But
she can't touch me."
She's
Oh,
teamed up with
yeah.
Valeran. Piece of shit.
Wait, who?
Who's Valeran?
Yeah, who's Valeran?
He's only the most evil from that island where all the evil, nasty, healery people were. The ones you remember, Jim. The ones that really.
You're not narrowing it down.
When they tried to trick us, they tried to trap us. They had all these people in a barn, and we only escaped by pretending to be a tree. And I mean, that place. You know what we should do? We should find the Fey version of it and burn that too, just to really teach them a lesson.
Aether will study Edge's face for powder marks.
Edge is very restrained when it comes to Valeran. We should have killed him.
Okay.
I said we should have killed him.
So Valeran, bad news. I tell you, why don't we, at the very least, catch up with Quillwake first, and then see where our next heading is, and we can take it from there.
All right. If we see any of the Morlocks.
And I think as you are carrying on your way back to the Driftwood Court. Dun dun dun.
Oh, what? Didn't see that coming.
He's seeing you, V.
I wonder who the V could be.
Maybe it's like we put a cross for a kiss or something, but Feywild, they put a V. I don't know.
Yeah, so this place has been absolutely ransacked. There is no sign of the just so handsome guy. No sign of him. There is blood and signs of a struggle. And where there were kind of books neatly arranged and parchments and maps and things, it's all been scattered all over the room.
Can Alonso attempt to do, I don't know, kind of like an Arcana check to see if there's any like magic in the air that's, I don't know, may have been used?
Yes. Yes, give me an Arcana check.
Can't tell anything.
Yeah, it looks like a struggle.
Aether witnessing Alonso doing an Arcana check, after his remark before about finding a proper wizard, then attempts an Arcana check.
He did not say proper wizard. He said powerful wizard.
I mean, point stands.
Can you make a door that just magically appears random places?
I think if he asked that, he should just make a fireball and be like, "No, I can make one of these."
As
Alonso
fiddles with his necklace.
So with the 25, you can see that, as well as there being a big struggle here, there is kind of scorch marks on paper that look like they don't look like natural fire. There's kind of got a purple tint to them, and you notice that there's kind of bits of debris. Some of it you'd have to look really hard to see and know what you're looking for, that are kind of hovering near the ceiling with a kind of residual glow. So there's definitely been, this isn't just thuggery where someone's come in and torn this place apart. There has been some kind of magic that's used, but you can't tell exactly what the nature of that magic is.
And did it, Aether?
Well, this V character, I feel like Quill is just not the sort of person to go quietly, or if he did, it would have been he would have had a backup plan. There must be some way he would have left a note or some kind of clue or something.
I noticed the fact the desk's the wrong way around. Is that important?
Hang on, let me.
It's probably just AI.
That's. I mean, are you taking a close look at the desk?
Close look at everything.
I should see the drawers, but I didn't think of the drawers.
I mean, you can give me. I'll tell you what.
Examination check.
If you I'll let everyone choose something in this room that they're going to investigate, and I'll let you do an investigation check each on your little bit. You can investigate the same area as someone else if you'd like, but yeah, something about the room that you want to investigate. Everyone can give you an investigation check, and I'll tell you what, if anything, is found.
Ed would check something like if there's a drawer that looks more closed or something like that, he would check it, and he'd be looking for something that looked either magical or weapony, or a magically weapon.
Okay. Okay.
Fine, nothing.
What's everyone else investigating aspect of this room? And it doesn't necessarily have to be something you can see in this picture. It could be just something that would be in the study of someone who is powerful, magical, and has the moniker of the Teller of Tales.
Aether is recollecting this first meeting with Kulweg, and tries to remember where the book was, where he tore out the pages to silence Roger and make Edge's arm go funny. So it's either the bookcase, or if you can see the specific book. Unlikely if it's all been ransacked, but basically that's where he focuses his attention.
Okay.
And I should probably... Was it investigation?
Investigation check, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Alonso would like to look at the entrances/exits to see, was it a forceful entry? Maybe all that sort of thing, yeah.
Okay.
9.
Wow, these are not strong rolls.
One of us should probably look at the banner. We're too run out of people. Can Roger look at the banner?
We still have
Jim?
Jim.
Jim would probably look at the feather, I think. Or, yeah. Purple feather? Shall I do an investigation check?
Sorry, where are you looking again?
At the purple feather.
Oh, the purple feather. Oh, okay. Yes, give me an investigation check.
Give me 2 seconds. And they won't.
Okay, 10. So when you look at the feather, it's a quill that is resting, like just fallen on a open book. But when you touch it to take a look at it, you see that it stands up on its own, and it starts drawing a shape on the paper, and it draws in purple ink. Freehand. It draws.
Temple.
Temple of Lost Things.
Oh, we need to get the crown of the Never Was King.
Temple crown. More lake.
That's what it draws.
VH. It's Valor and Hecate.
Yeah.
Oh my god! And Edge pointed the V on the side, be like, Valor did it. We should have killed him. Fucking elf.
Temple crown. Does that mean anything to you guys?
So the temple will be the Temple of Lost Things. I'm assuming there's potentially a crown in the Temple of Lost Things we've got to get.
Crown of the Never Was King.
And the Morlock Consortium are there. Is what I'm assuming.
Okay. So
Valor and Hecate are going to go and try and get the crown for themselves.
to be clear, our next task is to. The next big task is to give Cat a place in our world, a setting, a kingdom to roam and to own. Offer it a crown. So we need to get that crown.
Okay. So
how do we get to the Temple of Lost Things?
it's in Korokoro, or I assume we need to go to the Fail World version.
How do you know that?
Yes.
We've been to the Temple of Lost Things. We've been to the Temple of Lost Things in Korokoro. Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't there.
Yeah,
that
we
week.
have. Yeah.
Right.
Wasn't it?
You know
it was a
who
fight
else is going
elaborate
to want to
fight
come to the
downstairs?
Temple of Lost Things?
Well,
Indiana Jones.
Title.
do I want to?
I guess we're off to Korokoro.
That's where there was the fight with the things, and wasn't it one of the many times where Tom punched a ghost to death?
That was the first time that Tom punched a ghost to death.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Valerie wants to get some clarity on the situation. So,
Hang on, Valor does.
sorry, Alonso.
Don't let Venom get
I'm
clapped.
confused now.
Stabbing.
My own character's in my head. And, just going to do a little sending to, what was his name? Quill Wake? Unlimited range.
Unlimited range. Okay.
Can answer you in a like manner immediately. 25 words or fewer.
That's a cool spell.
That is an excellent
Like a text
spell. Okay. What is your 25 or fewer words that you are sending?
I need to be conscious of this.
I would enjoy it more if the spell was it needs to be 160 characters.
I said, damn, honey, spell.
Got your message. Are you safe? Going to Temple of Lost Things.
In the Fae.
That's 12. In Fey Wild. 15.
Need us to bring a beer?
What danger is there? 19.
What could we bring? What should we bring? Anything good in your office? Something like that?
I don't think there's anything else. Yeah, I think that should be good. It's 25 or few. I'd have to use all words.
Yeah. So
XOXO.
Any tips?
Hugs and kisses.
Any advice?
So
Love, Alf.
the response you get is no. Temple of Found Things.
Okay, so that's what it's called over here.
No, but
Lost Things is over in our world. Found Things is here.
Crown in danger. Definitely a trap. Valerin and Hecate together. One in temple, one in den near. Kill both quick.
Okay, Alonso will say what the response was.
Edge
Okay.
is furious at this point in Valerin.
Which
Lay
is
down,
in which?
start sharpening it.
I mean, they both sound scary, but which one are we more likely to defeat?
Valerin.
Well, Valerin is probably. Well, Hecate sounds very otherworldly powers, whereas Valerin. No,
Piece of shit.
Well, I guess
I love how angry you are at Valerin.
He didn't need to come back, right? He didn't need to come back and try and get us and cause all those problems. We were having a fine time.
you insulted his god. He was a devout follower of Blue Tool, and you were saying how His god was in front of him, knocked him out, dragged him away. Yeah. So I guess Alonso doesn't actually know. So
The recent
it's up to you
events
guys.
in the Hammer might have left him a little bit directionless and wanting a new god or needing a new god.
Because it seems Murray has taken over Blue Tool's domain.
Conversation over with Corway?
Yeah.
2-way.
I can do it again, but it costs 3rd level spell slot. So unless we need, I can't do it again for 8 hours to the same person.
How long would it take us to get to Korokora?
So you have an estimate, but you've learned that time can be strange here.
Yeah. Oh, just so you know, Rick, if Quillick was in another plane, there was a 5% chance that the message didn't work.
He is on the same plane of existence.
Okay.
Well, do we know the way, or do we need a navigator?
Creature.
Are we sure that the Temple of Found Things is there? Do we need to check that?
I mean, you just go back to the bar. If in doubt.
Anyone lost a temple?
Or found a temple.
Well,
That was the joke.
going to Korakora then. Or at least the Feywild version. But you know that we're essentially going into a trap. What's the plan? How can we spring the trap on them?
Did we asked for some people to be brought across before we went into the Temple of the Nameless? Did that happen?
In terms of your crew members?
I think Edge asked for a sister to volunteer to come across.
Yes.
I can't remember if anyone else actually asked for anything. And for a message to be sent to the Bastard Sword, who apparently is magical, which sounds quite cool. I'm hoping that's all real.
You do have a sister with you. I can't remember. I'd have to look back on my notes to which one you actually chose to come.
Are we taking the ship, or is the ship now too valuable to take with us? Are we going to take like a smaller ship?
No, we got to take ship with us because we got to find new patrons.
We're going to have to park it quite a way away from the action, though, aren't we? Because otherwise it's going to be bad for business.
I think it might be a good show for the patrons.
Go follow us.
It can fly.
Oh, like the restaurant of the Any Universe sort of thing. Yeah, I like it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, Alonso's got a thought. What if we attempt to send something to, this Temple of Found Things? Maybe a weapon. Maybe a bomb.
Why the Temple of Lost Things?
Well, this is the Temple of Found Things.
But if you put something in the
I don't know.
The Found Things, is it like a black
Well, the Temple of Lost Things is when you lose something, it will end up there. We've probably got a lot of like magical items that we've lost that have gone there. I'm assuming Temple of Found Things works in a similar way, but maybe it has to be found by
Probably.
something.
Or we didn't loot something, maybe.
Does this relate to those dudes we just hired to find things?
But yeah, maybe
I mean, you've got some personnel resources that you can ask these questions.
Yeah, I think we should set sail to Korakora, and during the trip, maybe ask some either people at the bar, as there are Fey people there who may be able to give us information on the Temple of Found Things. Other crewmates, anybody else that turns up.
So, sorry, before we do, when we're leaving Quillwake's den, is there anyone Is everyone dead? Is it like
There is-
ransacked sort of
there
thing?
is
Are there,
no
are there
one
any
left.
bodies?
No.
There's no bodies?
No.
Okay. So they either all escaped or were taken prisoner.
And all you know about the state of them is the most that you know is that Quillwake is sufficiently alive that he could receive and send
Yeah.
this sending message.
That was another reason why I did it, because if there was no response, either he was dead or unconscious or had there was some sort of magic blocking it. So we know that he's alive and responded. Yeah. Is that a good
So,
place to stop?
I was to say, is there a plan to formulate for next week and people that you want to ask things to?
I think we generally were heading there. So either we're hatching a plan on the way,
Yeah.
or maybe
Okay.
we go somewhere near there. Maybe a little pit stop before Cora, or like somewhere
Well,
like, you know.
It's almost like we were heading there, but now we know that we're heading into a trap that potentially Valoran or Hecate has set for us. So we could either go in knowing it's a trap and being extra cautious, or try to
I
reverse
feel
the
like
trap onto them.
I feel like it's on brand to be. They don't know that we know it's a trap.
Yeah.
But maybe they anticipated that we know that they know that we know it's a trap. So it could be
Wait,
So
triple
we know
trap.
that they know that we know.
we know they know.
Yeah.
So can we ask? Is there anyone on the ship we can ask about the idea that we've been to the Temple of the Found Lost Things, and now there's a Temple of the Found Things, and is there some sort of weird connection there? Is there
Well,
anyone
there's
who would know
Faye.
about that?
There's Faye in the bar.
Yeah.
We can ask them, but
Yeah. So
we should also take their word as face value.
I'd like someone who wouldn't lie to me.
Yeah, so in the bar,
They
I mean,
were-
you've got your newest employees, who are definitely residents of the Feywild, the Red Cat Bouncers. You've got the two folk who are apparent deserters from the Morlack Consortium, who are not from the Feywild, but seem to know something of Hecate and Valorin. You have a few other Fey patrons in there that you didn't talk to, but also you have you still have people who are learned and like to read, and so there might be some research that can be done as well.
Also, before we leave the camp here, the Driftwood Court camp, are there any, like, I don't know, maybe some items lying around, maybe of the magical nature or
Loot
not?
the corpse. Loot the corpse.
Well, there's no corpse to loot, but loot
Oh,
their
Loot the
camp.
floor. Loot the.
I mean, there's definitely books and papers. There's nothing that's like big fiery sword type thing, but there's
No magic wand in a chest somewhere.
I mean, this is where it comes down to a timing thing, and if you want to properly search through the study to try and find lots of stuff, that will take time, and you're very welcome to take that time. It's just there might be consequences to the time spent. There might be massive reward for doing it, but it will slow down your advancement towards where you're going. Particularly as time doesn't necessarily move in a straightforward, consistent manner in the Feywild.
In which case, we might arrive before we even started looting. So, who knows?
It sounds like we've got no way to know it's a bad thing or a good thing. So
Exactly.
we're there.
Exactly.
An extra 10 minutes
It's
to
like we
search the
should
place might be a
loot.
bad thing.
Yeah, sorry, search, not loot, but loot.
I mean, we could also employ the help of the red caps and tell them anything we don't want, they can keep.
No, we can't keep it. Because
Why not?
they'll probably go and get the really good stuff first.
Well, no, that's why I said anything we don't want, they can keep.
Oh, if they grab it all.
Yeah,
I mean, we could load it all into the ship.
And then
I'm just imagining it's what you would have wanted.
Yes, you would have. Of course you wouldn't want this stuff being looted by random people. We could keep it safe for him.
The red cap I can use.
So
I think it would probably be worth taking some time to search the place for anything useful we can use.
yeah, I think one thing, Jim would be on the lookout for anything cooking related or a cookbook, or if there's a really old looking book, he would get it as a gift for book.
Actually, can Alonso do another investigation check? Is the place looks like it has been searched and everything's been ransacked through, or does it just look like there's been a struggle?
Ooh, that's a good question. Give me your investigation check.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So
that was also a nat 20.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
So you find.
Well, I rolled twice there anyway.
You find. So you can tell as you're kind of taking a step back, not looking for specific items, but looking at the scene overall. It's primarily a struggle. Two very powerful beings had some kind of struggle, and one was overcome by the other, and there's a lot of collateral damage in this room. But you can tell that there also seems to have been. There's an area on the bookshelf which seems very specifically cleared. It's just a set of books that are just not there. They're not scattered on the floor. They're not kind of distributed around the room. It looks like there is a very specific small number of books that have been stolen, as well as this giant fallout from this fight. So it's not that the room's been ransacked. It's mostly the room's just been damaged by this struggle. But there has been a specific theft of a small number of books.
And looking at the books around the area where the books were missing, if you can try and look at context of what those books may have been, maybe are the books categorized in certain areas, or is it alphabetical, or is it just all random?
The names of the books that are left suggest that they all have some kind of ability to either tell or help discern or guide the future or fate of individuals or groups of individuals therein.
I think I might know what the trap might be. I think they got books on us that are either foretelling our future, our fates, or what they did to you earlier with the funny arm and making you silent.
In which case, we don't go. We send someone else.
Or we look through the books and find Valoran's book.
Definitely worth searching for Valoran's back. Now it's there, but
And,
I mean, does it-
I'm
like
going to need to drop.
Okay.
Let me know. Bye. Thanks for it.
Bye.
Cheers, thanks, Phil. So are we having a little search? Are we spending maybe like
I think we
don't
should
know,
spend
like an
a few
hour?
hours. I think we spend a few hours on
Okay.
this.
Edge was too furious, by the way, at the mention of Valor and all this stuff going on. He's gone back to the ship to.
Can Edge ready the ship to depart?
He's got a little
Then-
skit he wants to perform.
Fine.
But yes,
So yeah, you basically make ready everything he needs to do / ship to set sail, and then Aether and Alonso will search for the anything of value that may help us in the fight, whether that's more books on other people we know, or kind of powerful magical artifacts, or even more clues.
Okay. Super. Okay.
And then we go. And then we set sail.
Okay. Super. So I will share in WhatsApp the results of your search and what you find. Edge is back on ship getting that ready while this is happening. Any last things from Edge?
yeah. On returning to the ship, is that the point at which I can become aware that one of the sisters is present?
Yes.
Excellent. I don't think Edge has ever dressed anything that's been particularly sistery. Is there like a sort of crest or a sigil? Are there any identifying marks of the sister?
So outwardly, they tend to dress in very cool, some would say very sexy, black leathers. And it's only sort of...
Or pigeon coats. Or
Edge is something of an anomaly there. They tend to have underneath that mostly kind of red garb, and they're mostly identified by their blades underneath. They don't necessarily have a clear sigil.
Well, in the journal, there's a sigil of the Sisters of the Swords.
There is. They use that on communications, and they use that for sort of marking territory and like leaving secret messages, but they don't have it upon their clothing.
That's fine. Okay. So, assuming Edge can regroup with the sister on returning, he would ask her to go and make the two gentlemen in the bar an offer they can't refuse to come to a more private cabin at the back of the ship. In said cabin, waiting for them would be harpoon jacks and two all trades like uniforms. It's sort of a bit of a thing.
Yeah.
And the offer he's making is that they can become full members of the crew with all the safety and protections that come with that, including that of the Sisters of the Sword. But they need to help in return. And he'd look at the one who said about the pay all the gold he had. Got one more job for you. If we're going to get rid of Hecate and Valoran, and at this point he'd take out his harpoon. If we're going to get rid of them, we're going to need you to just to help out one more time, just to put on your consortium garb one last time.
We do also have Jim's disguise self as well. That can go along with that plan. And also Alonso has disguise self.
Fucking bards. Okay.
And then he and the sister will leave them to think about the offer.
Okay. And so are you asking them for, like, you need to help us and you are part of our plan, we will tell you what the plan is, or is it a specific...
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
They will be inside men as needed in some fashion. So if we're going into a trap behind the trap or something like that, he's
if we infiltrate, if we infiltrate, they're going to give us kind of like a guiding hand on it.
Yeah, maybe they drop a sword, maybe somebody trips over, maybe they just unlock a door. I don't know what the thing is. We haven't got a plan yet,
Gotcha.
but we might need them as background characters.
Sounds
If
like
they want to. But he'd have done like a proper Sisters of the Sword kind of, not like a dance, but like
Gotcha.
really laid it on like you've
Would it be like how previously you've done your your team meetings. It'd be like
No, better than that.
but it would be
No.
more like trying to get an investor. I don't know what you call it to come in on a
Back in
thing. Yeah.
No, Edge is very, very serious about getting Vela in. This is
Okay, understood.
What did Valorant do to you? He's just my little blue guy who wanted to have some fun, and you just like ripped
signed
on
for
him
equity.
and tried to kill him.
He
He tried
mostly
to
just made it
de-escalate the
rain on you a
situation.
little bit.
he was right.
He made it rain on you a little bit. That's mostly all he did.
And I think the rain was after it happened. That he made it rain on the sisters. I don't think it was on Edge. I don't think, or was Edge staying with them? You were in a house that had no roof, and
Yes.
you made it rain.
Okay, so it sounds like we've got the beginnings of a plan, and you are going to try and simultaneously enact some revenge, but also find the crown, which is apparently in great danger. I will send more details by WhatsApp. I think that feels like a good place to call it for this week.
Yeah.
Excellent. Good RP session.
Awesome. Yeah, solid.
It's still 25 degrees here. Oh, it's so hot.
So apparently in this room, it is 30 degrees.
Oh, I don't know how much. It's probably warmer in this room, but yeah. I've only got the outside temperature.
I did have more work to do tonight, but I'm not going to do it. I'm going to just lie and go to sleep.
Yeah.
Everything is hot. Everything melts.
I'm melting.
Oh,
Right.
man. Right.
Cool.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yep.
And
you guys
I will
later.
see you guys next week.
That was a fun RP
Hey.
session.